Today on Inside Out, I speak about something that is very sad and totally breaks my heart. And I ask myself, really, how did we get here as a nation? As a people, is the health of the citizenry amongst our priorities? And every time I ask this question and my heart bleeds, do we care about the health of our citizenry? If today it is not about the fact that there are no beds for sick people to lay on, another time it's because some units have shut down. It just doesn't make any sense to me because clearly these things just do not add up. Now, if you recall last year, the patients who were undergoing dialysis treatment were forced to resort to more expensive private treatment centers. This is because the Kolebu renal unit was shut down from May all the way till November. Why? Because there was some 4 million cedi debts that had accrued due to the high cost of consumables. Management of the hospital came to tell us that the center couldn't continue without an upward adjustment of the prices. And so it announced a partial reopening of the unit then on Wednesday, September 27, with an announcement of an increase in dialysis treatment of every patient per session from 380 Ghana cedis to a little over 765 Ghana cedis. But of course, we were all angry about it, and so they had to reverse the increment because there was a lot of public backlash. Later, through the ministry's intervention, that is the Minister of Health, the center was reopened. But for 6 months, we for the first time saw press conferences organized by kidney patients who were in pain, form an association, and consistently talk about how they felt, talk about how sad it was, talk about how many of their members were dying because we shut down that dialysis center. And it still doesn't make any sense to me. And it totally breaks my heart. We prolonged it, and there was so much advocacy by every quarter on social media, traditional media. And you know what? About 20 people died because of the shutdown of that center. And then we saw a plethora of promises by government because the National Health Insurance Authority said it had allocated 2 million Ghana cedis to support the treatment of kidney diseases of persons who were below 18 years and about 60 years. But I stand here today extremely heartbroken because we have seen communication by management of the hospital, which is the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, that some patients have been scheduled for dialysis treatment. And we do not want to be left with more disappointments and despair. Well, you know what? I say that I'm heartbroken because this thing happened last year, albeit that the circumstances were different. But last year's episode seems to not have taught us any lesson because as a people, we actually don't learn. We never learn because the things that happened years ago, they keep happening. Every year, we see the same things happen and you ask yourself, do we learn at all? I'm sorry, but we don't. Because look, as of late last month, the renal unit was closed again without any prior notice to the patients, none whatsoever. And what is the reason this time? A shortage of consumables that are needed to undertake the dialysis. And so for nearly 1 month, these patients have had to go through the Herculean task of paying extra to seek treatment in private facilities. And then you tell me that we are serious? Clearly not. Because last year this happened. We saw up to about 20 people die. We did several stories. Every single media house talked about the fact that people were dying. Even little children, we saw complaints, we saw cries. And then it happened again. Are we serious? Clearly not. And what happened last year? The stories of the kids I remember my colleague Evelyn Arba Edu did a story about a child who was going through dialysis and how much money they had to spend almost every day. Because guess what? They have to pay these monies at least 3 to 4 times every week. I don't know if I'll be able to fund about 400 cedis every day, 3 to 4 times a week to take care of myself. And that is for dialysis alone. Their drugs haven't come. How much they're paying when they go to the hospital haven't come. What they're using to take care of themselves haven't come. But look at us. Look at the things that we pride ourselves in and we like to do and argue about. Look at the promises that these politicians are making. I haven't heard anybody talk about the plans that they have for kidney patients. I haven't heard. But they are making promises up and down, both NDC and MPP. Well, look, today is Wednesday, August 21. And kidney patients, I'm sure that you see how kidney patients look, what they go through. They have threatened to picket at the center today. Why? Unemployed graduates are picketing, nurses are picketing, doctors are picketing. We have allowed kidney patients to decide to picket. Ebe, are we okay? Clearly not. Clearly not. Well, yesterday, I saw a press release by the hospital that some patients are to be scheduled to resume the treatment of dialysis today. And I really hope that it does happen. While it is good that finally the center is opening again, I keep asking myself, why do we have to wait for threats of picketing, demonstration? Why do we have to wait for people to die? Why do we have to wait for people to complain and complain and complain as if they don't pay taxes before we prioritize the health of the average citizen? And look, I hope that you're as angry as I am, because it could be you, it could be your relative. When we stood here and were complaining about the fact that there were no beds at the hospital, some of you thought that we were doing too much. But look, if it doesn't happen to you, it may happen to someone that you know. Because tell me why you're paying taxes, but when you're sick and you go to the hospital, you cannot get a bed to lay on. Tell me why, and tell me why you are happy about that situation. And I'm angry because it is not just limited to kidney patients. You remember how a few months ago, it was a scuffle with persons living with HIV. And they, with everything they're going through, also threatened to demonstrate because medical supplies that had been donated to the country were stuck at the port and we didn't want to clear them. And they had been sitting there for months. Months. We're not serious. And it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm going to tell you again. Yesterday, the Electoral Commission decided to open its register for you to double check your name in the voters register. Whatever you do, whoever you want to vote for, that is your business. But just make sure that your name is in the voters register, because that is the only way you can make your voice be heard. That is the only way you can hold your leaders accountable, because some of these things should not be happening. They shouldn't be happening because guess what? When these politicians are sick, they travel outside the country. There is never an excuse that there's no bed. The renal units there does not shut down because there isn't enough consumables. Medicines that have been donated to the countries over there don't get stuck at the port. So I'm telling you, if you love Ghana and if you love yourself, you would vote come December 7. And I really don't care, like I said, who you vote for. You can decide to keep the NPP in power. You can decide to vote for the NDC. You can vote for Alan Chairman. You can vote for Cheddar. You can vote for Ikuadonko. I really don't care. Just make sure that you go and have your name checked in the register. Because yesterday, when the Electoral Commission opened that register, it saw a very low turnout, meaning Some people can't be bothered. And I can understand the frustration, really, because some of you keep saying, I've been voting for years and nothing has changed. But guess what? This time, something may change. And so please, just go and make sure that your name is in that register. And I feel totally bad. And I hope that none of us have to go through what these kidney patients keep going through. It happened last year. We hoped that we're going to learn serious lessons from it. And guess what? It has happened this year again. Will it happen again next year? I don't want to say that it is possible that it will happen. But I am afraid I'm going to have to say so because we just don't learn as a people. We don't learn. We never learn. We don't learn. Yeah, that's it for Inside Out today.
Made it free for them. I agree with you. Under 18, my dear, I've made it free for them.
You let him. Please let her finish.
I agree with you, but Serwaa, if we can go through the statement yesterday, the statement ended up by acknowledging the efforts that the Ministry of Finance and then the Ministry of Health had put in to resolve these issues. So the fact, the statement that government doesn't run Kolobu, and so literally we cannot hold them responsible. It's an answer.
I didn't say that.
No, so what was the reason? What was the reason for mentioning that government was not responsible and doesn't manage
Kolobu is an autonomous facility. All you need to do is Google and you find that out.
But you can't take government out of the management.
I'm not saying we are not responsible.
No, but literally, that's what you mean.
No.
Literally, that's what you mean,
Serwaa. That the people that are in charge of the day-to-day running should run it more efficiently. I didn't say we don't take responsibility.
Please allow her to finish. Yeah.
For people who have moved from their core discipline, I mean, these are people who came into office on the tout and campaigns and the promises of economic management. And today, said people with their leadership have moved from the economic management and have gone into digitization, right? And like my uncle has been embarrassed by the economy and the management of the economy, which he has moved to the digitization. Doc here is doing same thing. Look, nobody can take the credit of the digitization, the foundation of the digitization of this country, the economy, and the departments from the NDC. Nobody can take that credibility from the NDC. Because the foundation of the digitization of the economy,
so the NDC laid the foundation.
Of course.
In what way?
We had the Accra Digital Center established, that the construction...
But is that what the digitization agenda is about?
You know one thing, Serwaa, if we don't have what to collect the data, what will empower the digitization agenda? Tell me, in the absence of the Accra Digital Center, in the absence of that construction of the fiber that started from Accra here down to Boku, do you think the digitization agenda would have gone on well? It wouldn't have gone on well. And so then my uncle would have been stripped naked. And so I've always maintained that, look, when you take out the entire Nana Akufo-Addo government from John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency's efforts, his commitment, his achievement, it's left with nothing. You've sat here and said that the NHIS was digitized under this government, which is not true.
When was it?
It started under the NDC. I was just looking for the, I think there was a statement on that. I was looking for it, but I haven't found it. If I find it, I'll let you have it. These people have...
What does the statement say?
When the digitization of the NHIS started, where you had to pay online, I mean, where it started way long. We can't go back there because we have a lot of pertinent issues to look at, Serwaa. And so, like my uncle, Doc is talking about digitization, which is not in your discipline. Please, you didn't start it. Let's focus on what you are supposed to do to us or implement for us for life to become better. So for digitization of NHS, you look at how you started. You sit here and tell me that NDC has not done anything, any work with the NHIS. Maybe you do not know.
What did you do?
I am from the East Mamprusi municipality. Anytime people who know the North-East region and know Naleru and Waliwali, or Gambaga and Waliwali will understand what I'm telling you. If I was registered in Gambaga, I could not access medical care with the NHIS card in Walwale, by the grace of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and God. I can even have my health insurance card in Accra here, and I can access medical care free. Now tell me, what sense does it make if I have that card left Nalergu, I am in Accra here, and I cannot access medical care here? Will it mean that I have to register for a new card to be able to access medical care? This is what the NDC did, and many other things. And the things that the NDC didn't do wrong include, Serwaa, the fact that what the situation we have today never existed, where the renal patients at end stage are now crying. You heard what the president said, that a message was sent to her, and the patient was crying for his or her life. This has not happened. And like I'm telling you, I will wish that you guys will do us a great deal of service. Go down there, go to the hospital. I'm telling you, people are struggling.
People have been struggling.
No, it wasn't like that, Serwaa.
Okay, but on the NHIS, hold on. On the NHIS thing, though, I really want to know when the digitization started, because I'm on the NHIS website, and on their website, and there's a story, there's a news item from their website, by the way, not any other portal, saying that the NHIS digital revolution is on track, and that since its introduction in 2020, there has been a significant increase in the volume of documents, as the authority has so far received over 1,000 applications from its service providers across the country. The paperless regime was introduced to improve data storage and electronic communication between them. So when exactly did this start?
So Serwaa, what the portal is talking about is within, sharing of information within
it's
the
also,
NHIS.
hold on. It also, not just within. So it says that the NHIS transition towards a paperless system is on track in line with the national digitization drive. So mobile renewal platform claim its electronic cash payments and online credentialing are the latest innovations gaining grounds. The mobile renewal platform have members switching from that to renew their membership. All NHIS members are required to dial a short code.
It has been there.
Really?
Serwaa, okay, you go ahead.
When has it? Yeah, because it's all in 2020.
So what I've understood from this news is telling you that the digitization started in paperless system. Now, patients never went to NHIS with any paper form of thing. You understand? Like, the digitization is not limited to only paperless system. I'm not sure that is what digitization is all about. I was looking for a news item I know was issued about the digitization. And so, Serwaa, the fact of the digitization, it's not an issue to be concerned about, I think. But what I explained to you...
But you said that...
But what I explained to you...
It didn't start under this government.
Serwaa, let me ask this question. If there was no digitization, how is it possible for me to carry a card from Nalergu to Accra and can access healthcare if there was no digitization, Serwaa?
That's a legitimate question.
Yes. No.
No problem.
Sorry.
Don't worry. When
it's your turn, you can. But I don't understand how, in the absence of digitization, I can carry a card from Nalergu to Accra and I can access.
So digitization started under the
long
NDC.
Ago.
Okay.
So unless you, like I've asked you the question.
Okay, let her respond, because we have to actually move on.
Move on, yes, because we are starting.
I think it's very embarrassing what the NDC are doing now, because they don't seem to have their own policies. They don't have anything that they have done themselves. They have settled and succumbed to just pilfering and stealing what... how is it that you, down there, and the NDC is claiming to have pioneered the NDC? President Kufuor's baby, because you can use your card here, it means it is digitized, and that even started under us. The fact that it was unfortunate that Ghanaians, no, that thing that Mahama said at Nita's press was absolutely wrong. Even the mutual health insurance schemes were not government's mutual health insurance schemes. You can Google. The Nkranza scheme and all of that were private health insurance schemes that were run by the Catholic Church. The government of President Kufuor comes into power and does a national health insurance scheme, passed a National Health Insurance Act, the first one, and tries to put things together, joins all the mutual health insurance and the district health insurance schemes together. And then before Mahama came into power, you could take your card and go to somewhere, and to another hospital, and you would be seen. Your time when you were in government, the NHIA was on its knees. There's a video that Al Jazeera came to Ghana to make a documentary on the state of the NHIA at that time. People were going to hospitals, and the hospitals were not taking care of them. At that time, I was young. I was in school, medical school. What was NHIA to be done about? You didn't do anything for kidney patients when you were there. You didn't add any single disease. I said that you were not able to rebut. Not even half of a disease was added to the NHIA under your stewardship. The enrollment of the NHIA dropped. Over 1 million people stopped using the NHIA because it was useless. So for you to sit here and say that you started the digitization of the NHIA, when, Serwaa, you've read yourself that it started in 2020, I can't think far on that issue. It is clear you can't steal some of these things. It's high time you come up with your own policies, your own ideas. It's beginning to look like the NDC is without fresh ideas. They don't have anything for us. That's why they keep doing this issue.
All right, moving on, and speaking of stealing of ideas, Professor GHOne Opoku-Agyeman says that you copied their idea. So you are saying that they stole your idea, but they're also accusing you of stealing their idea of the women's fund thing.
Very big.
But they announced it first.
Let me come, Serwaa. Let me put it all together for you. It's very big of them to say this. Oh, NDC. Did you see their youth manifesto with the credit score? That's what they came to hammer. It's like when things come up, they don't understand it. All they know how to do, as the enemies of progress that they are, is to come and just shout. Just every good thing you want to do. When we were trying to pass the NHIA, the NDC boycotted Parliament. That's what they did. That was their contribution to the cause of NHIA. They left Parliament and boycotted Parliament, and the first NHIA Act was passed without them in Parliament. We we spoke about credit scoring system. They put it in their youth manifesto. We spoke about removing the e-levy, removing the betting task. They put it in their youth manifesto.
But they have been against the betting and the betting tax and the e-levy from its inception.
But what about the credit scoring system? When it came out, they were all over. Hey, on social media, you should. I'm sure you saw it. They were.
So does it mean that you also took this idea from them?
No, we didn't take this idea from them.
But they also announced it first. If your logic is anything to go by.
We've always been we were thinking about. We've been planning this manifesto since January this year. Why do we have to copy from the NDC? There's never been anything maverick or revolutionary coming from their end, you know. There's no need to even look at what they are doing. Look at how is a party in opposition. You don't run any state institutions. You're in opposition. You've been in government before. Your only duty is to sit down and think of credible solutions to our problems. You sit down and let the ruling party come up with a manifesto first, and you come out and say that somebody is stealing ideas. How is that relevant first? And it's not even the same solution.
If it's not relevant, why are you complaining about they putting the credit scoring in their manifesto?
No, that's up to them. They will not be able to implement it. Time has shown that when they try to steal something or try to build on something that was not their brainchild, they fail woefully. So that's not even my issue. You are asking me about GHOne saying this, and I'm pointing out the hypocrisy in what they are saying. And it's not even the same solution to the problem. They are saying they will create another bank for women, if I'm not wrong. How is that? I mean, women already have access to banks. What we are saying is to use the existing facilities that women have, the savings and loans and the rural banks, and provide them extra liquidity so that the women can access it. It's not even the same thing. And again, the NDC is showing their inability to read and understand things. We haven't even said we are starting a bank. So how is that stealing your idea? And from people that are so big on pilfering ideas and pilfering things from other parties, I find it just hypocritical coming from them. What do they have for us? Why did they sit down for us to release our manifesto first? Is it perhaps because they wanted to copy everything dito? I don't know if we all remember this when we were in school and younger. If an assignment is given, the weaker students seem to always wait and lag behind and do it last minute so they can copy from the more brilliant students. And that's been the mantra of the NDC since its inception. So, I mean, it's just laughable that Jane Nana, instead of going there to preach her own policies and probably preach on her achievements, probably because they are so wafer thin, she doesn't have anything to say. And so she goes on to try and compare the two things we have for women. I mean, it's not impressive. And we expect better from them.
Serwaa, it's pathetic. I mean, like I started from the beginning, honesty or truth, it has become very expensive with the MPP. I mean, it started from my own uncle, the flag bearer, to my sister here. Serwaa, I was expecting that you go to the NHIS site and get us to know that the NHIS started as a mutual fund.
I didn't
think it started, no, please. You said it didn't, it wasn't a mutual, that the mutual started with the CHAD, I mean the Christian Health Association, I mean that health, part of the health delivery sector. The Christian or the Catholic hospitals started their own thing on a pilot basis. The NHIS in Ghana, which we now have the National Health Insurance Scheme, started as a mutual scheme. I remember I came to UPSC in 2005 with my health insurance card. After a demonstration, I went to the Legon Polyclinic at the time with my health insurance card. I could not access medical care. What I am telling you today, I mean, we have the privilege to sit here to talk, but the people watching us know what the truth is. And so let us not start from the NHIS started as a mutual fund. It took the NDC to ensure that you can access medical care with your card when you move from your jurisdiction where you registered. And so it doesn't start, for me, it's with them. I mean, it's common with them. So for somebody to sit here and talk about stealing of ideas, and that the NDC steals ideas from the MPP, it's a shame. It's a shame. On the 8th of June this year, for instance, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama talked about his intentions to establish the Women's Bank that will support our women in the non-formal sector. I mean, whichever business you wanted to do, you have a covering. There can be some waivers for you to be able to access the fund easily. And for me, this isn't the beginning. I mean, MPP always, they don't know. Then they want to say they know. That is what has brought us to where we are today. But lest I forget, Serwaa, let me go back to what we discussed earlier, just for a statement. Today, people have money to buy health care, Serwaa. Even those who are paying for the dialysis are not able, do not have consumables available. They are ready to pay. How much more consumables that will be used for patients freely? Serwaa, if people who are ready to pay for dialysis do not have consumables available, tell me how much more people who are coming to access free. Something you are going to pay for is not there. How much more something you are coming for free? So that this exposes them again. But then coming back to the National Women's Bank issue, you see, the NDC, I have always said that any policy the NDC formulates, communicates, and implements resonates with the NDC's actions and inactions and resonates with our foundation. We started the NDC with the 31st Women's Movement. I don't want to go back because for the lack of time. What the 31st December Women did, till date, we have still schools in the name of 31st 31st Women's Movement. The NDC sought to empower women from that level. Fast forward, the NDC took an initiative to implement a policy that sought to encourage the girl-child education through our late founder. This was to be able to cultivate women leaders and instill that confidence in women as they grow up, imbibe that confidence in them that, look, as you are growing, you can be a responsible person. Fast forward to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Serwaa. The late Professor Mills. For the first time, we had a woman speaker of parliament, courtesy the NDC. Fast forward, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama appointed a woman electoral commissioner, and to the MPP and their leadership, their leaders, let me put it that way, Serwaa, they believed that a woman can only rise by trading herself for a position.
Who believes that?
Because we heard this, some of their members, their leading members of the MPP, who said that the lawyer Charlotte Osei gave herself up or out for that position. I mean, that is their belief from the top. So it's with them down here. You understand? At the time, we were exhibiting to or showing to the Ghanaian people that, look, we believe in women. We believe in women leadership. We know that we are conscious about the fact that the world is trying to bring women up to speed with the competition that exists. You understand? But these people believe that the woman, for you to be able to rise to that level, you must give yourself up. That wasn't the case. So I'm just trying to give you the background of what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is, what his thoughts are with regards to women. Serwaa, at the time that the NDC ruled, she might not be aware, there were funds set aside to support women. We had the Ghana Private Sector Fund that necessarily was created and gave a lot of room for women to come in for support. There were a lot of funds, of course, that have been collapsed now. I don't want to talk about them because that is in the past. And like I started on the 8th of June, before the 8th of June, say, well, let me now climax it with what we wanted to do to ensure that the Ghanaian woman has that credibility. She comes up, moving about, and all her concerns are addressed. Serwaa, we decided to come out with a female running mate. Again, these people who don't believe in the capabilities of women put on our running mates. Serwaa, one day we'll come back here and discuss. They will get a female running mate and they will think that they have arrived. That is what the MPP is. We His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nominated a female running mate because he believed that women understand ourselves. And like you mentioned, women support women. I must support you because I understand what you are going through.
Her because
he nominated a female.
Nominated her
yes.
because
he knew that these women understand our issues very well, and the concerns or the challenges of women will be better addressed if you have a woman at the decision-making level. Yet, our opponents put on the decision. We don't care because, like I told you earlier on, one day, Serwaa, when they are able to get a female running mate, they will come here and we'll assemble here. We'll sit here again, and they will tell us how they have the success they have chalked. But that is not a problem, Serwaa, because we will always lead them in everything. Now, we nominated a woman, female running mate, because we knew that this is a woman who understands the challenges of women and will propose policies that will address these challenges very well. Courtesy her contribution, the NDC, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, proposed the Women's Bank policy to support women. Because, look, even though sometimes there are opportunities that seek on record to support women, but because women are not at that level, the implementation is always somehow. And so if you have that woman there who is proposing this women's bank, once it is implemented, then the challenges of women will be largely minimized. Serwaa, from 8 June, and it's not as if this policy was in the hidden. We have communicated about this policy each day. NDC members across the country, from leaders to party sympathizers, from mainstream media to social media, have put this policy out there for people to know about it. Only for us to hear that some people ended up in Takoradi. Had people who couldn't even mention the name of the flag bearer very well. You have somebody at stage who struggled to mention the name of the flag bearer. Was a problem. I mean, these are people who tout themselves to be people with men and women, common the name of your own flag bearer, you stammer to mention it. It's part of the issue because it's part of competence, my dear. So keep your calm. When it's your turn, you talk. Serwaa. Then you went there because there was nothing to talk about. Because my uncle has failed the entire Ghana woefully, our people woefully. Serwaa, as I'm sitting here, let me even use this opportunity to ask Ghanaians to support we, the people of Northeast region, with special prayers. Because look, there is a bridge that collapsed in 2023 as a result of the Bagri Dam spillage and rains that cut the people off from the east side of the Northeast region to the West Mamprusi side. The bridge is still at its stage. We are worried. People are worried about the spillage that is coming. So I want to use this opportunity to plead with people to be with us in prayers. Serwaa, even as my uncle has failed us and failed the people woefully, you went there, you had nothing to talk about. You talk about women's whatever fund. Serwaa, I mean, where does it come from? And you sit here. The MPP is shameless, like from top to down. Like, they don't know shame, actually. They don't know shame at all, because for people to have failed this way, for a man to have bolted from his discipline of training and went into another area and will not want to talk about his discipline of training, shamelessly will have somebody who will come to sit down and claim that the NDC is copying from the MPP. It doesn't happen. There are a lot of them, Serwaa. If I want to share with you the promises, the policies the NDC has formulated and communicated to the Ghanaian people, that these people went there without shame to communicate about. If I list them, Serwaa, she will vanish from here.
What are they?
A lot of them, Serwaa. I will list them when it's my turn, but let me
But
get
it's
to
your
the
turn
opportunity.
now, so list them.
Let me use this opportunity to flow well.
List them. List them.
Serwaa, let me flow. I will list them. No, Serwaa, no, it's my time. Serwaa, it's my time. I will list them. I'm sure I will get an opportunity, so allow me to use my time.
We are wrapping up on this topic, but I'm very interested in that list.
Serwaa, you have been generous to me. I mean,
exactly.
Yes,
so I want to know what's in that list. I want to know.
Let me use my time as you have generously given me the time. Let me use it the way I want.
So you don't have the list?
That is not what to say that I don't have the list.
I didn't mention
No, but
the
let
list.
me use my time the way I want, Serwaa.
Okay, be wrapping up for me.
So, like I indicated, this policy has not been in the hidden. It has been communicated constantly by our people, by our leaders, by party supporters, by Ghanaians, neutral Ghanaians who believe in the NDC and this policy, by people, women themselves, who are so anxious to see the emergence of the Mahama Jane government that will come and implement such unique policies to address challenges that the women are going through. Right. You go and communicate about, we are not bothered, because you see, Serwaa, to wrap up, I don't know if you have made an observation, but there's this trend of outrage in the system. You see the Ghanaian people now talking about the incompetence of the MPP. You see neutral Ghanaian people who express their belief in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama than my uncle. You see people who came out with their chests out to campaign for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Alhaji Mahamuru to come and lead this country, now expressing regret for the failure. And Serwaa, those people know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Doc, please respond quickly so that we can deal with the last topic and then
it's a very, very interesting submission that my co-panelist has made, but again, missing the points. Failure to produce said lists and all of that. Our commitment in the MPP to women is not new. It didn't start now. Mrs. Gladys Asma of blessed memory set up a women's development. She chaired a women's development fund. She chaired a women's development fund during President Kufuor's time. It's nothing new. It's something we've been doing. It was setting up small business loans to women. We've appointed so many women. The first Chief Justice, we have a Chief of Staff who is a woman. And I feel like all of this is besides the point. Like I was talking about when the affirmative action bill was passed, we are looking at a meritocracy. See, we are not just asking that you give us positions. Speaking as a woman and a feminist at that, we are not just asking that you give us positions just for giving sake of to drum up votes or to be able to say that you were the person who gave the first woman an opportunity to be running mate. It's a meritocracy.
Important.
Yeah, we are asking that you give people.
As important as well.
No, as a feminist, I'm not asking that you give me an opportunity that I'm not up for. No.
You don't think that she doesn't qualify?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yeah, I'm not asking for an opportunity. I don't think you would want that as well. We are not as women, we are not children. We are not incapable. We are not incompetent. We have what it takes to do most things that we want to do. So we are asked to be seen on as level playing partners. That is what affirmative action from the perspective of a feminist is. We are not saying that we are, we have some handicap that is preventing us, so give us opportunities we do not deserve. So if you appoint somebody whose record is not the brightest and you want us to just forget about everything that she has done or has not done just because she's a woman, I think you are asking for too much.
She's not competent?
Oh, I'm not
she's
really,
competent?
I'm not impressed. I'm honestly not impressed by her record. She has been Minister of Education before. We are asking Professor GHOne to tell us what she did for the people of Central Region when she was Minister for Education. What did she do? It was the same woman, Professor GHOne, that asked university students to pay utility bills. It was her during the time that there was no chalk. These are all lapses in competence.
These are not things that, so it makes her incompetent to
feel
fill
like
that position.
She did not handle the education ministry as well as she could have. That's a fact. So yeah.
Okay.
We're not asking for freebies. We are asking to be awarded based on our merits. So, and if you sit here and say the NDC, the MPP has not done anything for women, it's the farthest thing from the truth. Like I told you, we already set up the Women's Development Fund. Maslock was set up by us. And if you go through our manifesto, like we were discussing before she arrived, we've touched on every single sector of the life of women. We introduced the free maternal health care. So that's another thing that they didn't do. The NDC just seems to be a government that runs things on autopilot. No new ideas, no maverick solutions. They just come, a little create, loot and share, and they just leave. There's no improvement to any sector of the country. There's no improvement to any sector of the country during their tenure. So I find that it's neither here nor there. When our mothers were dying, when in an attempt to reproduce, what was your solution to that? As I said previously, the NHIA that was providing support to our mothers during labor was brought down to its knees under your tenure. So there's not much for us to say here on that issue.
Okay. Hajia, I think we can move on now.
Yes, so.
Okay. Well, before then, I had a couple of questions to ask you in terms of your commitment to women in your previous manifestos as well. I have that of 2012. You promised to get the affirmative action bill passed and make sure that the act is implemented. You didn't do that. A party has gotten it passed, but you still think that they're incompetent? Hajia?
Serwaa?
Please answer that one quickly for me before we move on. Yeah.
So I can also answer some of it.
No, I want you to answer this one.
Serwaa.
The minute you answer, she has to rebut, and I want you to just answer that on the affirmative.
Serwaa,
yes.
like I indicated earlier, these are people who don't believe in the capabilities of women. So,
I asked you a specific question.
Okay, so I was sorry about that. But these are people who don't believe in the capabilities of women. When you think this is a woman who is capable of running the office properly, when it's a woman who is capable of discharging her triple role duties properly, these are people who think that the woman should just be in the kitchen, be behind the doors. Look.
When did they say that?
No, the expressions literally mean so, but I'm sorry if I've misunderstood it. But Serwaa, Professor Nana Jane, whether she becomes the vice president of this country or not, I will salute her day 1, day 2, day 3, because I can tell you confidently the things, the evolution, the achievement, the success that was struck with our educational sector at my level, at the northern region of East region, there's a technical school in Tamale, Debopa. I mean, this technical school looks like a junior high school. The woman came there, made a promise, and today, Serwaa, Debopa's Technical Institute is now one of the top schools students would like to come to. That is where a technical student was able to invent the pragya in Ghana.
Okay.
Courtesy Professor Nana Jane and other schools. I mean, in Northeast
Hajiya,
region.
can you answer my question?
But Serwaa, you are asking me about what we were supposed to do in 2012.
In your
because
because
in our
that's,
manifesto.
it's
No, we said that the
what
affirmative action bill would have been passed by Parliament, right? Parliament is not only NDC. There's MPP there. You need cooperation, Serwaa. Serwaa, you need cooperation. If there's no cooperation, nothing will go on. But I mean, we don't need to start from the
But
affirmative
you had the
action bill.
majority in Parliament then, right?
Serwaa,
Yes.
before His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo came to Papa, some of the things that we heard about him was he was a peace-loving man. He was a man who believed in rule of law. He was the man
What
who
has that got to do with the affirmative action?
No, Serwaa, please.
I asked you a specific question.
Serwaa, please.
Are you answering that one?
Yes, I'm answering that one with
Okay.
what I'm saying, Serwaa. So, this is a man who was touted as a man who will be there for the people, believe in rule of law and justice. But we know the injustices. He came and said that
I don't think you want to answer my question.
Serwaa,
Let's
I'm
move
wrapping up. The criminal libel law, according to MPP, that's the achievement, was passed by the efforts of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Is that not true? Is it
The
not correct?
criminal libel law was what?
Passed by the efforts of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and their government.
But there's no criminal libel law now.
No, but that's what they said. Yes.
It has been abolished. So what's are you saying?
Before, look, see, Serwaa.
But what I asked you, what you're saying,
I'm
they're two
getting
different
there,
things.
Serwaa, please, I'm not saying different. If you allow me to land, you understand what I'm saying. Maybe I've...
Land. Okay, please land.
Thank you, Serwaa. Please allow me to flow. Today, we have the most injustice system in the history of this country. We were told about how Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will allow people to express themselves. Maybe the legal instrument have not been able to get right. But today, Serwaa, you are aware of how journalists have been molested in this country by these people under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to the extent that even at the Flagstaff House, under his watch, people have been molested for just expressing
At the Flagstaff
what they
House.
feel. Yes.
What
Serwaa,
happened?
Serwaa,
What happened there?
today, you
What
are
happened
talking
at the
about
Flagstaff
people
House?
who have passed. Today, you are talking about
Hajiya,
people who have passed
please,
the affirmative
what
action.
happened
I mean,
at
there
the
was a video-
Flagstaff House? That somebody was molested at the Flagstaff House.
Serwaa, yes, that's what I heard.
So you heard?
Yes.
You don't have
and
evidence?
Roma, there's an evidence of truth in every rumor, so that's what I heard. And so, Serwaa,
Okay.
Serwaa, I am telling you this because I want you to understand the background that it is not about passing the law, but it's about your commitment to enforce the law.
The law that has
It's about
been,
your
which
actions.
is supposed to push women,
Yes.
which has been in Parliament
Yes,
for
so
over 18 years. Somebody passes
it,
and it's not,
somebody
they've done nothing.
passes it, but doesn't believe that a woman has the capabilities to manage the affairs of this country.
But they
to
have
lead.
also made female appointments.
It doesn't.
There's a Chief Justice now who is a
Serwaa,
woman.
Serwaa, these are people, I've just told you from the beginning of my presentation, who believe that a woman must trade herself. And she has confirmed that now.
In what way?
In her statement, she said, you were asking a follow-up questions. I mean, my mind was not there, but you were asking about the capabilities of women. And she was telling you that if she doesn't believe that a woman is capable enough, and you were asking her.
But I also believe that women must get positions because they
because
deserve
they
it,
deserve
not just
it.
because
So are
they
you
are
saying
women.
that? So Serwaa, literally, does that mean that Professor Nana doesn't deserve to be?
But that's what I asked there. And she said she's not impressed by her record.
That is what I'm talking about.
And she's allowed to have an opinion.
Yes, that's true. But I mean, that comes from she and her leadership or leaders, some of her leaders who don't believe that the woman should be allowed to manage the affairs of this country and that, or head
let's
an
move on.
institution. And if you are
Let's
doing that,
move
you
on.
are doing that through a trade, a better trade.
Okay. I see. Let's move on. One of the other topics that I want us to, in fact, the last one, the NDC earlier refused to sign a peace pact ahead of election 2024. And the NPP then said they won't sacrifice this election on the altar of peace. Now, the NDC has said there are conditions under which they will sign the peace pact. They give about 6 reasons, or I mean, 6 conditions. They talk about wanting the investigations that were conducted, the recommendations from the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election to be fully implemented. They also want those responsible for the election-related violence in election 2020 to be prosecuted. They want accountability regarding the irregularities in the printing of ballot papers, and they're pushing for a thorough investigation into the missing IT equipment from the Electoral Commission's warehouse. They're also urging the president to publicly commit to respecting the results of the 2024 elections. And they say that the peace pact must be signed by key figures, including the IGP, the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, the National Security Coordinator, before they themselves will sign it. Doc.
The NDC, a very interesting party, isn't it? As demonstrated by everything that has happened here on set this morning. I just want to set the record straight that at no point did I, or has she provided any evidence that the people in my party only believe that women can rise by exchanging themselves. I think that at this point, and as 3 women here, that is very inflammatory. It is unnecessary for us to speak like that. We're in 2024. Women are given opportunities that we deserve. We go with the men, we sit, we write exams, we go through the same vigorous training as they do. And so if we come out and we achieve certain things, it is not fair for another woman, especially, to try and paint us in such a light that we believe that women only get something by exchanging themselves. The MPP has shown great character in appointing women to positions of authority based on merits. We have a lot of well-deserving women in our party, and they always get what they deserve. So it's nothing new, and I don't even want to talk about this issue anymore. Her issue on molestation at the Flagstaff House, I believe if she doesn't have any evidence, she should retract, because that's a very damning statement. We can't just go around throwing things. We have a lot of viewers this morning who are watching, and some might have just heard that and believed it because they believe it's coming from a credible person. So I think it's fair if you retract it if you don't have any evidence. Again, what I would like to say about this story of Serwaa Amihere refusing to sign the peace pact is quite simple. That peacemakers don't make excuses, you know. The Electoral Commissioner has gone to Parliament to explain the issue of the 5 missing laptops. I don't know if anybody can put in scale the number of equipment that the Electoral Commissioner oversees. It's probably running into the thousands, considering we have about over 260 constituencies. I think 275. Yeah, we have about 275 constituencies. So if you look at that scale, you can imagine how many laptops there are. So if you are refusing to sign a peace pact because 5 are missing, I mean, I can't think far. It seems to me that the NDC, and for where they are coming from, we all know the history and how the NDC started in the 1980s. It is quite dangerous for them to continue on this trajectory and be making such statements. Over the past few years, Honorable Serwaa Amihere has made a lot of inflammatory statements in the press in this country, to the point where he was even sanctioned once. I don't know if you heard about that. I think it's high time, especially because of where they are coming from. He has said before that Ghana is ripe for a coup. So with all that as background, I think it is very important for him, if he truly is a peacemaker, to do the right thing and then sign the peace pact. Because, I mean, peacemakers don't make excuses. If you really are for peace, there's nothing holding you back from signing that peace pact. The issues of the BVDs have been sorted out. The Electoral Commission has gone to Parliament to explain. I think one of his other conditions was that the MPP should accept that if we lose, we'll hand over power. I think recently, like a few weeks ago, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo came out to say that. I mean, we in the MPP are known for our peace and our democratic values. We've never shown any, not even the slight inkling that we would rely on violence to achieve our ends. So I think this issue is neither here nor there. If he's truly a peacemaker, he should just sign the peace pact and let's get on with it. And I don't know what all of this confusion and chaos is about. It's becoming too much from the NDC. It's literally become characteristic that they are in chaos, confused, unable to explain their policies. And I think that's enough on that subject.
Hajia, why won't you sign the peace pact?
Serwaa, with the MPPs, she's just said that she's not aware of any of their leaders who characterize the appointment of Madame Charlotte Osei as a better thing. I
Can we move on?
I'm moving on. Serwaa, please, I'm moving on. I can confidently, maybe she doesn't know, but Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is one of the leading members who even participated in the flag bearer race of their party. I mean, these are statements of facts that were made in the open. They are not hidden. So if you don't know, then I'm wondering. But Serwaa, I am not surprised at all about how she has sounded. To begin with, some BVDs are missing.
BVDs are not missing.
Biometric machines, let me put it that way. Equipments are missing.
Laptop.
Right? And whatever they are missing. And you think, I mean, it's not enough to be concerned about what's going to happen come December 7th, owing to the fact that your president, our president, your party leader has said that he will not hand over power to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And regardless whether he's been voted for or not, he will not hand over power to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. You have your Minister for Food and Agriculture, who has gotten the opportunity to climb on a platform to tell us that over his dead body, should we come to power and that we can burn the sea, nobody will burn the sea. Maybe by the time that they will be burning, he will not be alive. Maybe. Because I am saying this on the back of the fact that there's that anger when you go out on the street. There's some expression of anger by the Ghanaian people about what is happening. Ghanaians are crying and yearning for change. It is not a hidden fact anymore. People are ready. Look, I have heard people express the fact that, look, on that day, even though we are not political party agents, but once we cast our votes, we are going to stay there and make sure that our ballots are being protected. And along the line, we've been told that some laptops or whatever are missing, and we should not be bothered about it. We should sit aloof and watch the MPP do whatever they want to do. I mean, with all this mismanagement of the economy, with the failure of my uncle Alhaji Mahmoud to our people. Look, Serwaa, when you go to the Northeast region, I mean, sometimes it's a shame to say that you are coming from the Northeast region when the MPP cannot tell us, point to an operational factory that is operating there. When there's no single dam to point to, when the roads are at the deplorable state. I'm telling you, the road from Naliru to Gambaga now at Tunguru, between Tunguru and Gbani, Serwaa, for if care is not taken, very soon we will not be able to ply the road again.
Okay,
so against all of this, people are yearning for change. And these things are missing, and somebody sits here and think that it's normal. You see, as I speak to you now, Wali has no parliamentary candidate for the MPP. And it is because of their belief that they can always manipulate the system and get their way through. As we sit, Wale has no parliamentary candidate. 3 months, almost 3 months to the elections. You see, what they do in the open, they do it to themselves, and it doesn't go down well with them. That is evidently what she has spoken about. They don't care. What they care about is to have their way through, to go. Now, Serwaa, what happened at Ayewasu West Wagon? What happened at Ayewasu West Wagon? That people got police uniforms to put on and come and perpetrate an act that led to people going through a lot of pain. We were here, you committed the state resources that are not even available, you committed into investigating, and now what has happened? Look at what happened in Techiman. Like I started my presentation, Serwaa, people are ready to protect the ballot because they are yearning for change. People are yearning for change. I am there to ensure that the vote I casted for the NDC to come to rescue the country is going another way. And I can't protest. People lose their lives. And you think it's normal. I mean, that this is typical of the MPP. And I am not surprised at all the way she has gone. I am not surprised at all. It is in their blood. That is typical of them. So you've seen them several times. I mean, internally, when they did their internal elections, you saw that some irregularities happened. Currently in Walwal, we are told that some ghosts voted. And they are not able to resolve this issue 3 months to the general election, the home constituency of the flag bearer of your party. You did what you want to do to Ghanaians, to yourselves, and you see that you are struggling with it. We are not going to allow you to have your way because the Ghanaian people have expressed their belief, their trust in us. We've seen people coming to follow Mahama, saluting Mahama Beji Ubuo, your own people, people who came up, professors who campaigned for you today.
Which professor?
Oh, madam. Madam, this is what you know, Serwaa. Don't take me back.
I don't know.
That's okay, so you don't know. So people know. We have people who have come out, please. We have people who have come out. Don't take me back because you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to waste my time on it. Look, Serwaa, we have people who have come out to express disappointment in you and prefer His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And those people are going to make sure that they cast their vote, even if not for the first time ever. We have people who have said that I've never voted, but this particular election, I have to vote for John Dramani Mahama to come back and rescue the people of this country. Okay. Then you want to stand in the way of this victory and expect the NDC.
Stand in the way how?
Serwaa, in Techiman South, they stood in the way of the victory of the people.
So what are you saying?
People voted and wanted to protect the ballot.
So the NDC will be violent if that's what it is?
No, NDC will not be violent.
So why
NDC will want to go with the Peace Council if we see the commitment. And we have given them. So we don't need to be bothered about this. All the concerns expressed are genuine. If the system, if the Peace Council wants us to go with them, so it's as simple as ABCD. Go by what we have asked you to do.
But these demands that you're making, these conditions, aren't they, I want to get the right word. Why don't you just sign the Peace Pact?
Serwaa,
the Peace Council does not do prosecutions.
Serwaa, you see, you are here, and women believe that Serwaa can lead us better. I know that maybe in the future I'll see you in the front because I know you are a believer of a female being at the forefront to protect the rights of our colleagues, females, and the children who we are responsible for. And so one day when you come in front and you are participating in an election, you see an irregularity, the trust that the people have in you and they are calling for you to lead, you see that there is something that is going to stand your way of victory. Say, well, will you fold your arms? Will you?
So what are you doing about it? This is your way
This
is your way of doing something about it, making these demands?
Are they not genuine, Serwaa?
I am not saying that. I'm just asking you.
Yes, so if they are genuine, if you are not sure, I think they are genuine, I know you think they are genuine, and people think they are genuine, because if I voted, for instance, with the Techiman South case, if I voted and I want to protect the ballot, I want to be sure that what I voted for becomes a reality. And then some people, responsible people who are supposed to protect me, rather take my life in the process. And you think the NDC should sit down and watch the MPP behave the way they are behaving in Walwala as they are locked up in that whatever. If it was another party. They think that they could find a way and go. They could do it as they have been doing to external, during external
Hajia,
elections.
thank you.
If in Wali Wali they had a way, like they do to us.
So
now
until these conditions are met, you won't sign the peace pact?
I'm not the spokesperson for my party, but my party will communicate officially as and when it's necessary. And they have done that, and that is what we are discussing now.
So you won't sign the peace pact?
Serwaa, I'm not the one to determine that. My party will
but that's what your party is saying.
So let's wait. You are asking that until these conditions are not met, my party will not sign. And I'm saying that my party will communicate as they have done. But why will they not be adhered to? Why?
But the Peace Council does not do prosecution.
Okay. So if they can go and lobby for certain, in the first place, if you are not going to implement the report of that particular commission who came and sat there and drank tea and spent our money, if you know you will not implement that report, why do you start that in the first place?
But government is not
then Peace Council should go back to government. Then Peace Council should go back to government.
To follow or
implement
the
recommendations. So if Peace Council can call on us, they can equally call on the government. They can equally work to the Electoral Commission to tell them that wherever those biometric systems are, those which are missing are, they should produce them and let us move ahead. Okay. It's simple.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies, for coming on the show.
I was getting a last bite.
You know, if you get a bite, she's going to want to get a bite. So I'm sorry.
Have to bite.
Thank you for coming on the show. Hajia Hamidatu Abdul Rahman.
I've not been to Mecca yet.
Oh,
I'm Hamida for now.
So you are not a Hajia?
No, I've not been to Mecca yet.
Okay.
Yes.
So Hamida.
It's only when you go and perform and come, you are Hajia.
So you are Ramidatu
Abdul Rahman.
Okay, Ramidatu Abdul Rahman is member of the NDC's communications team, and Dr. Ikia Amuako is member of the NPP communications team. You still practice as a doctor, right? Where? Or is it, it's for security reasons? Oh, right.
Very well, Serwaa. I can tell you outside.
No problem. I understand. I perfectly understand. Stay with us. After the break, we have more. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. On our lifestyle conversation today, we're having a conversation on the Future Fit project. I'm joined in the studio by Juanita Amegashi. She's the founder and president of the Global Innovative Vocational Education, and Jocelyn Abena Naba, right? She's the executive secretary of the Global Innovative Vocational Education. Ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
You're doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. What is the Future Fit project about? I'll start with the second. You're the president.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So the Future Fit project is a vocational skill training project that we organize for underprivileged children. For now, we are specifying in orphanages. We work with orphanages, and then we work for street kids. We work with street kids as well. So for Future Fit projects, we have two phases. We have the first phase where we empower them with vocational skills like key holder making, bead bag making, crocheting, and all of those little skills that they can learn at their age. And then the second phase is a soft skill training where we have financial literacy, we have health and hygiene, we have self-development, and we have a leadership workshop as well for them, yes. So that's basically what the Future Fit project is about.
So, Justin, your institution, the Global Innovative, is it an NGO?
Yeah.
Okay, is it a private NGO?
Yes, it's a private NGO.
So you founded this NGO?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now that's really nice. How long has it been?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
And this is what you're committed to doing?
Yes, please.
So in the last 4 years, you've been training persons, less privileged people?
Yes.
So initially, that's our main goal.
Right.
But then initially, when we started, we went to a few orphanages and then we were broken down. We went to Graceland Orphanage in Bojase, and then the state of the orphanage was terrible. Okay. So we decided to start with helping them get things that they need, basic things that they need. Because the vocational skills that we want to impact them with, if they don't have these basic things,
how do
they get it? Yeah. Yes. So we started with our orphanage development project. We started with a Give Love Triangle, where people would register, show interest. The kids will write letters what they want, and then we give the letters to them. They pick up the letters, they grant the wishes, they give it back to us. We submit to the orphanages. So through that, we were able to provide educational materials, clothes. We were also able to make some noise about them. So we had a lot of people going in there to support them. And now the orphanage that we started with Graceland became better. So then we started the Future Fit in 2023, last year, December.
Last year.
Yes, that was when we launched it with Give Love Triangle project. So whilst we were going through the orphanages, we were doing the basic key holder training. And then that is how we have started the Future Fit finally to
Right.
achieve our NGO's goals. Yes.
Okay. So this year's Future Fit project, where are you doing it?
At Graceland Orphanage at Bojuase.
Oh, that same
That
place.
same
Where's
place.
Bojuase?
It's in the central region, a little behind Kaswa.
Kaswa, yeah.
Kaswa.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're hoping to train them in what, soap making,
Okay,
bead
so
bags and stuff?
Yeah, so we did the first phase in February.
So what phase is this one?
This is the second one. This is a soft skill training.
So when you say soft skills training, what's that?
Financial literacy. We're going to have a health and hygiene section as well. We're going to have self-development section, and we are also going to have a leadership section as well.
Okay, so as a secretary, how do you fund these projects?
Individual people, and then partnerships with some other NGOs. But then the sponsorship works more with individual specific people who help us a lot.
So your friends?
Not necessarily friends, but then some
who
role
are
models of us,
interested.
yes.
Right.
Yeah, they found these projects for us, yes.
Okay. Is it open to the public to support?
Yes,
Yes,
please,
it
it
is.
is.
Okay, do you have any contact numbers that you want to put out if
Oh,
anybody
yes, we
wants
do.
to? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Please do.
Okay. So our website, www.giveedu.org, is GIVEEDUU. And then our number is 055 911 2118.
Please say the number again.
055 911 2118. And you can find us on all social media, Give Edu, GIVEEDUU. Yeah.
Okay. Have you received any government support in any form?
For now, no.
Is this something you're hoping to get? Or you want to do a solely private-owned NGO?
I think we haven't actually thought about that.
You haven't thought about that?
Yes, we haven't.
But
thought
well
about
done. How does it feel giving back to these people and, you know, engaging in all of these programs with them? Justin, you haven't said much.
Yeah, it actually feels amazing. Especially when we are able to actually give these kids what they actually been waiting for the whole year for our December project. It's actually an amazing feeling. And then the fact that we give them something to hope for, especially with the skill training, we are looking at when they leave the orphanage, what can they feed on, what can they grow on.
Right.
So we actually feel like we are giving them something that can be a tool for them to survive outside the world of the orphanage. So we are really excited. It makes us really happy to see that we are actually contributing to these kids' life and for the long run, their future, yeah.
Okay. I want you to walk us through the process in the last 4 years since you started. Has it been easy getting all of these funding, first of all, being able to get the people to even have these trainings and sessions with them?
I'll say it hasn't been easy, but it has been better. It has been good. From the beginning, we started with we started during the COVID, and we tried to do a PPI give donation, but then it didn't go so well. But
What's PPI donation?
PPE, sorry,
PPE. Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
So that didn't go so well. So we had some funds, just a little, but it wasn't enough to execute that project. So we later on did a few school fees payments, and then one of our mentors came in, she's Lilena Pia. She came in one of her birthdays, and then she decided to sponsor a whole donation. So that was where we set off. Then we continued with our 1-year project, where we visited 3 orphanages.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we did the liquid soap training for that, and then that's how it has been. We've continued with the Give Love Triangle. This year particularly has been really good for us because we've been able to do our Give the Streets project, which is a street donation where we send food. to people on the streets. We had sponsorship from Actions Manifest, and Actions Manifest, again, in collaboration with us, have also launched the Visions of Ghana STEM Scholarship for STEM students in the university who are needy. And we have also been able to execute our Future Fit project, and then we'll also be having our Give Love Triangle project this December.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. Well done.
Thank you.
Before we go, GHOne, is there anything that you'd like to add?
Yeah, just the fact that
Or thank the people who have been supporting
yes,
you?
yes, yes.
Please go
So we would like to thank Action Manifest, who is sponsoring our Vision for Ghana STEM scholarship. And then she was our main founder for the Give the Streets food project, which was an amazing project we embarked on. I think it was the second phase this year.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we'd like to thank Ma Lillian Apia and Ma Sandra Apia. They are in Canada. They have been some of our amazing sponsors, and there are a few others. And we'd like to thank our volunteers. We have a whole bunch of people helping us in these projects. They have different project groups and different team leaders who are actually supporting us and helping us. And our vice president, who couldn't be here, Benedict Bedo, we like to appreciate him. He has been a very huge support, backing us and helping us through the journey. Thank you.
Okay.
Just an
President,
add up. Yes, so for the Future Fit projects, we've been able to get some partnerships. We want to thank Pepsodent Ghana, Orange Tulip. We want to thank Hope Lens Photography, Perfect Side Studios, Swag of Africa. And we also want to thank everybody that has supported us, helped us, shared our flyer in any way, spoken to somebody about us. Yes, we really appreciate you. And my mom, yes, she always helps us with the cooking. Anytime we are going to do the street donation or the Give Love Triangle, she will cook, food for about 300 kids and all of that.
What's your mom's name? I think you should mention her.
Oh, my mom is Mary Auku.
Is she watching you?
Yes, she is. She is. We want to thank her so much for her support. She's the one who has been going to the market for us and doing all those rounds for us. So we really appreciate
God bless you, Auntie Mary.
We really appreciate her and
all right.
everyone.
Thank you, ladies, and well done.
Thank
I wish you the
you.
very best with your Future Fit project.
Thank you.
Juanita Mega, she is founder and president of the Global Innovative Vocational Education, and GHOne Abinanaba is executive secretary of the Global Innovative Vocational Education. Stay with us. After the break, there's more. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. And my boss's students are here. Well, colleagues, not students. Colleagues are here. Accra Academy, every year I have to deal with them, you know, with their homecoming. Because do I have a choice? No, that's my boss's school. You're all welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Eric
Thank you.
Wanbelo Odro. You're Eric.
That's him.
Eric.
Yep.
He's the president of Yankee Bleo 99. You completed school in 1999?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
I was 9 years old. And Leslie, okay, Leslie Atotete is Yankee Bleo 99 also.
That's right.
And Eric Kowa Aite also completed in 99. So why is it that this year you're all from America? Why all the 99 group migrated to America? Is that what it is?
Kind of, sort of, but most importantly, the reason why we're here is this year marks the 25th anniversary since we graduated.
Since you graduated.
It's very, very special and near and dear to our hearts, so we decided to represent hard. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go into the conversation, can you sing your school's anthem?
Which one do you want us to sing?
How many do you
it's
have?
Like 3 of them.
You have 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
3. Which is the most popular one?
Yeah, are we now in Allen House?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Here are we now in Allen House,
That's
house of no regrets. In here our little minds were shaped to serve our nation great. Oh Lord, to thee we dedicate Accra Academy. Esequan we say and blow Accra. Hey.
Well, are you sure that Bolare will be very happy with you? Was
Oh.
Bolare your mate?
No.
No, he's a senior.
He's your senior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well done, by the way. 25 years later, you're able to sing your
Oh
school's
yeah.
anthem.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well
in our
done.
hearts.
Yeah.
What are some of your fondest memories from school, Mr. President?
First day of school, February 3rd, 1997. We just, got into school, brand new kids, all the Duddabees and all the, like we all mixed together. We had to gather at the assembly hall, so that we could get, assigned to classes and stuff like that. For the first time ever, we all put in one huge class, all mixed, no matter, what cause or what program that you were there for. And, just meeting, similar kids from different backgrounds, different exposures, which is great. I remember the excitement that we had to, we were making so much noise that we had Mr. Myers, who was a former, assistant headmaster. He had to come and put us in check real quick. We got lashed on the first day, like 1 hour in school.
Upon arrival.
we got a good whooping. I'm not gonna say, got a good whooping, and it was just great. It just made us know that, listen, whatever we knew in junior secondary school is totally different from where we at now. It taught us discipline, taught us how to be responsible, how to be good people, and it was great. From there, we just how to make good choices.
I see.
that's what it
How
was.
about you, Leslie?
For me, it was always the intercall and the super zonals, like just getting to, because our academy is all boys, as you can, you can tell, but just being able to meet other kids from other schools and being able to mingle, and if you had a chick in a different school, you were looking forward to seeing her at the intercall and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, those memories, are
Eric?
special to me.
Yeah, for me, same, February 3rd, when we first got in there, and we all asked to go straight to the cadet call. You went to the field, and, it was a whole drill that went on over there. And after we did all that, you had to choose whether you want to be part of the cadet corps or not. And I did join. I joined, and I would say it really got me in shape, discipline, and I can say it's been part of my life, and it's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's so special about this year's homecoming?
Like Leslie already said, for us, it's 25 years since we left, and now that I'm talking about it, makes me feel old. And like you just said, like you were 9 years old at that time. We for the fact that we decided to come on as a group, we decided to pick up on a project that we're working on campus. And since I've been back like a week ago, I just had to go and check on the project day in, day out. And I see the young kids in there calling me uncle and daddy and stuff. I'm like, I'm not even that old. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, Don't do that. But yeah, for real, it's 25 years.
Since you finished.
Some of us I haven't seen some people in over 25 years.
Have you seen them, any of them? Well, you are all in
Well,
America, so you're a Yankee.
Yeah, we
players.
hang out every chance that we can get. But
Right.
to come back as a group, for me, I come back like for the last 5-6 years. I come back like every time for the homecoming, so I kind of experience and meet some people. But for him,
Don't do that.
and,
He hasn't been here.
and for a couple more brothers, they haven't been here. They haven't seen people in 25 years.
Okay.
So
Leslie,
it's
what
really great.
project are you working on? Or have you worked on?
So we decided to pick the science lab and do some renovations on that, a few touch-ups, go in there and ensure that the kids have fresh materials and what is it? The science apparatus, right? To use on their projects, so on and so forth. So yeah, the science lab is looking good.
And
Yeah.
also the time to that, so that we can get the kids ready for the
Science and maths quiz.
Science and maths quiz.
that,
We're waiting for that.
So that everybody starts
We're waiting
calling
for
it.
that. It's coming.
Because you don't get anywhere, and it bothers you, huh?
This time around, you guys should watch out, man. We're gonna make it
Just
happen.
because you've set up the
Oh,
science
yeah,
laboratory now.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and the kids are pumped up.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna
It's gonna happen,
make it
eh?
happen. Yeah.
Yeah?
So Persec, watch out.
So what are the lineup of activities, Eric, for this anniversary?
It's a whole lineup, but I'll leave that to the
So the
president.
president.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, officially, you know, the homecoming itself will be this Saturday, August 24th.
Okay.
It starts at as early as 8 a.m. You know, but it's an all-day event. It's running all the way through, you know, after 6 p.m. There's going to be games. There's going to be jama. There's going to be roll call. There's going to be soccer, and we're also
Slam dunk.
There's going to be handing over
Yeah.
of the project that we're working on. The 93 group would also talk about, or would also, you know, show us the project that they're working on as together with the legacy project that they have coming up. And the 94 year group also have a project that they're working on. So, like, it's going to be a lot of interaction come Saturday. You know, like I said, you know, some of us have taken the time, you know, to be a part of this. Came from, only God knows where we came from. I believe there's people coming from everywhere else, and I know it's just going to be a great time.
Okay. Tell us about Blair Yankee.
Blair Yankee is a group that was started, I believe, by one of our colleagues, Akosa. Shout out to Akosa, wherever you are in New Jersey. And he decided, he's always been the guy who's like the glue, you know, of the entire crew. So he put it together. He set up a WhatsApp group, and then people just started, you know, pouring in. And then eventually we decided to make it like a real thing. So we have like constitution that we abide by. And, you know, every 2 years, there is a new administration. So this is his current administration. I think this is your last year, is it?
This is my final year.
And then the previous administration, I was a secretary, and Ibrahim Tawfiq was the president. Shout out to him as well. Akosa and a good friend of ours, Michael Bampardo, they were the first, you know, set of executives that we had. And so it's still going. We're very active every year. We have reunions in America, and we get to pick where we want to go. So it's a fun group.
That's
for
nice.
sure.
Yeah.
Keeping in touch. That's
Absolutely.
Really
Yeah.
For me, and that's the one thing I decided to bring on board. I noticed that, listen, at the end of the day, no matter what it is that you're going through, you know, life becomes too short. You just need a day or a minute to just, you know, exhale, to just, you know, reconnect and vibe with somebody that, you know, you have great memories with. So we try to, you know, bring our boys together so we could, you know, every once in a while get together. You know, we network, we talk business, we talk family, you know, we do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we just bring it back down to Accra Academy and just be boys for a minute.
You know, the slogan goes Blair, so try to take it easy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Eric, so the program is this Saturday.
Right.
Who can attend? Is it exclusive to Accra Academy students?
No, everybody's invited, and we want to see everybody. Some of us haven't been home for a long time, so we want everybody to show up, come see, meet friends, you know, Mary's.
I was gonna say, our official lady girls school, if I should call them that.
St. Mary's.
Right.
What about your side chicks as well?
Oh, Accra girls.
You're gonna get us in trouble, though.
I girls are the side chicks, huh? And they also.
This is gonna be so bad.
But you know, as Accra Academy as we are, you know, we're open to anything. We're down to earth. We're blessed.
We spread out.
You know, everybody's invited. Come out.
That's right.
Come mingle, have fun, meet, you know, people that we met during intercore and everything. You know, everybody's gonna show up. So y'all come out and then let's have some fun.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, any final words to your colleagues, to your friends?
Peace and blessings to you all. Accra Blair, we're in the building. Looking forward to seeing everyone this Saturday.
Yeah.
Come and show up, man.
Let's see. How about you, Mr. President?
Straight up, you know, suit up, show up. It's an Accra Academy event, but it's a family event. Come with your family, come with your friends, you know. Let's have a great time. Let's have a great time. That's all it is.
Eric, you?
The weather is gonna be good.
I know.
fingers crossed. The weather is gonna be good. Come out.
Amazing
Let's have
weather.
some fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
25 years
Thanks for
since
having
you
us.
completed
Appreciate
school.
this.
Thank you so much for having
Well
us.
done.
Thank you very much.
Eric, well, so they're making a promise on the show that, this year, next year, Akraka is going to show up
So this is what I'm
and
going
do
to say.
very
though.
well
This is what I'm going to
at
say.
the
though.
National Science and
You
Maths
know,
quiz.
I was
shade.
Watch out.
like to give like a term. So we have a short term plan, a mid term plan, and a long term plan.
Okay.
All right. Within the next 3 years, I bet you, the kids are ready. We are ready. We got them. They got us. We're gonna make it happen.
That's the long term.
Long term.
So what's your short term?
Oh yeah, trust me. This year we're gonna kick some.
You get somewhere.
No, we'll get there.
That's hilarious.
We'll get there.
You
Trust
get
me.
somewhere, but you won't win.
Oh no, we'll get there.
But in the
We're
next
probably
3
we're
years, you
probably
can win.
we're probably gonna give them a showdown.
I tell you what. The next time we're on your show, we're gonna be winners.
Okay. All the best with
Invite
that.
us back. We're winning.
All the best with that. Eric Wanbelo Odro is president of Yankee Bleo 99. Leslie Atotete also. So Leslie, you're a member now,
Yeah.
and Eric Kowa Aigite is also
A member.
a member of Yankee
Yankee
Bleo
Bleo, yeah.
99. So is there a Ghana chapter of
Yes,
99?
yes. Again, Yankee Blow is just like an extension of just the 99 boys in the U.S., including Canada, though. I must say, including Canada.
Okay.
So North America. There's a bigger Blow 99, group that we are part of. There's also a bigger Blow U.S. group that we're part of, but as Yankee 99, because we're just special like that, we were the last batch before Y2K,
Exactly.
before
Very
2000. So
special.
we just feel that speciality. We just hold it tight and we just make things happen like that. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you
and
so much.
all
Thank
the
you.
best with your event this Saturday. Stay with us. After the break, there's more. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. Monday was World Photography Day, and I'm in the studios with these, these two guys. Actually, when I started my career, they used to take pictures of me. And then now they are doing politics, so I don't even see them anymore. Sami and Ima. And look, till after so many years, I still am unable to identify who is Sami and who is Ima. Because every time I'm able to figure it out, they go away, they come back with a new hair. And what I was using to identify them, now I get confused. No, you have a mark on your forehead.
Yeah, I do have a mark.
Sami.
Yeah.
Aha. So Sami and Ima, of course, twins don't beg, and Swag of Africa News. Gentlemen, you're welcome. Good morning. How are
Thank
you?
you very much.
We're doing great.
Yeah?
It's been a while.
I know. And it's good to see you. So tell me about photography. I mean, it appears it's different from the nice photos that we just see. A lot more goes into it.
Well, photography is just like any other discipline we have, and we have invested in photography for a long time. And next year will be our 10th year in photography, and we're going to really celebrate it big. And the reason why we're doing this is we want to celebrate photography in Ghana. I think photography has really gained a lot of relevance over the last couple of years, but I feel it's time we celebrate it officially in Ghana. That's why we decided to put up this small event together to just gather all the photographers in Ghana and celebrate ourselves.
The World Photography
Exactly.
and Fashion Day program.
Fashion Day.
We'll talk about that, but Ima, tell me about your photography life as well.
Photography
Next
life.
year will be 10 years.
Yeah, it will be 10 years. So basically, when it comes to our photography, we do more of lifestyle, politics, personalities. We don't do a lot of photo manipulation. We capture beauty, we capture moments, we capture essence, and most important again, we capture, we are telling a story, the Ghana story, the African story, the story of success that coming 10, 20, 50 years, when we're looking at what happened in our current time, people will just see that, oh, this is how Ghanaians were, this was the lifestyle, this was the kind of events happening, this was the kind of, the way people dress. So that's the story that Twins Don't Beg we are telling right now. And we know that in the years to come, people are going to look back and celebrate most of the images that we are taking right now.
You
So
know, when you
that's
see
the kind
this
of,
too,
yeah.
this one is the calm one. Here's the troublesome one.
Yeah.
How is it like as twins working together?
Well, it's one of the most beautiful things that can ever happen to you. Like you and your sister.
I know.
It's good to have partnership with somebody that is family and you can trust. And
Yeah.
I feel, I know as a photographer, you can never do it alone because you need somebody to help you with lighting, holding the gadgets, and it's quite tedious if you are doing photography alone. That's why me and my brother has teamed up successfully and we are doing it together, and we are able to do so much because we've partnered up together and we are able to do something that you know, a lot of work that would have taken, if you are one person, would have taken you 10 days to do, we're able to do it in 2 days.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why it's very good to have collaboration in photography.
Okay, let's talk about the World Photography and Fashion Day program. Ima, what is it about?
Well, as my brother said earlier on, we feel photographers are not celebrated in Ghana enough. And since Monday was World Photography Day, we decided to just bring photographers, videographers, cinematographers, and everybody who loves and appreciates photography. We just want to bring them together in one space and drink, eat, and talk about photography, and also the way forward and how we photographers can also be able to support ourselves and take the industry to the next level. So basically, it's just photographers and everybody in the environment or the photography chain coming together and talking about photography.
Okay, Sami, when is it?
It's today.
It's happening today.
Oh, today?
Yes,
Yes,
today.
happening
Where?
today. La Maison
Restaurant,
and
Cantonment.
Cantonment.
Okay. What lineup of activities do you have?
So we have a few panel discussions and
On photography?
on photography
Okay.
and conversations around photography and how we can make the industry better. And we'll have likes of Serwaa.
Hey, me, I just telling you. Don't make it look like if I don't show up, I am not supporting.
Oh, you are definitely
They
showing
just
up. You are one of the people
you just
that
told me now.
You're one of the people that really appreciate photographers,
Yes.
and you support us so much. You supported us over, you know, your career as well, and we want to celebrate you as well. And we also have the Honorable Minister of Information as a guest of honor, passing through to also share a few words, and we have probably a surprise guest of honor as well. And yeah, we just want to meet other photographers and share our experience and also learn from them as well. And I'm sure if we keep on doing this, this photography industry can grow to a very big industry in Ghana that I'm sure the government will even take a look at it and even decide to invest more. And as photographers, it's quite expensive to get gadgets and all that. So we are also working on policies and projects that we can help. We can get even people to invest in, and even have maybe companies like Canon and Nikon and all these come set up stores here in Ghana so that we can get the equipment cheaper instead of buying it all the way from China and America. And sometimes the shipping costs and repairs and everything is quite,
And the rate.
And the rates it really affects us so much. So we are really working hard to try and make the industry really beautiful so that the younger kids can say, if I grow up, I want to be a photographer, not just doctors.
Okay. Now, Ima, right? Yes,
Say
Ima.
what?
So, I mean, almost 10 years doing
Yeah.
this. It's really great, and I'm proud of you too. But I'm sure that I know because I have worked with you two for a while, and I know you get a lot of people that you train and, you know, from not just, you know, these two people, they've not just helped photographers, they've helped makeup artists as well, because I see them with, every time they are with different women as makeup artists.
It's an industry. It's an industry.
What do you say to, you know, people who look up to you and want to even venture into photography?
Well, this is a point of time in our career that we're traveling all over the country. We've done 4 regions right now, campaigning with Her Excellency, the Second Lady of Ghana. And one trend or one thing that we've noticed is that we have a lot of younger people and even parents come to us, and all what they say is that they appreciate what we are doing and how they also wish to be photographers. So that has been one of fulfilling moments as we are campaigning with Her Excellency. And what we want to do is that we want to make and bring everybody closer to us, and also motivates them to also choose photography as a career.
How did you get to work with the Second Lady?
It's an interesting story, and the Minister of Information, the current Minister of Information,
connected us.
She actually connected us.
Yeah.
Fatia Abubakar. She connected us.
Okay.
We're all friends in university. She was our senior. She was with the Nukes, right?
Nukes.
And we were quite influential on social media. And when we were on campus, we were doing so many events, parties, movie premieres, and a bit of politics. So that is how we connected. And right when he graduated from university, and 2014, 2015, we were preparing for election in 2016. She told us, you guys have started photography, you're doing amazing. Why don't you come up with a proposal, and I'm going to connect you guys to Her Excellency Samira Baumia. And yeah, the next we met, she took us to her house, and we gave her a proposal that this is what we can do. And that is something that photographers must learn. You must be able to approach brands, personalities, people, have a you know, a pack, promotional pack of yourself and your work, and propose things
that will make their brand better.
Propose things that will make their brand better. And if you see anything that you can do to support and help their brand grow, just go ahead and do that. And we did that. We gave them a proposal. We gave her a proposal, and she accepted it. And here we are.
Almost 9 years afterwards.
Almost 9 years after that.
Yeah.
Wow, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So all the best with your events this evening. I know that it will be a great success. Yeah. All your events are always successful, by the way. But any final words before you go?
We're using the opportunity to invite everybody, photography lovers, models, makeup artists, hairstylists, everybody in the...
It is on this show that you want to invite me.
And Serwaa as well.
Everybody in the beauty industry, yourself, Jimfoa, everybody. Come and support, come and let's talk about photography, come and let's celebrate photographers.
And how we can make it very lucrative and a big industry, so that we can all benefit from it. Photography has made us who we are, and I know it can be more
also change
if
the
we
lives.
actually create a system where it will make it smooth for younger photographers to, you know,
sail to the top.
Yeah, to the top.
All right. Thank you very much, Sami and Emmanuel. Don't come here with different hairstyles again. I have identified you, and I have same to you. Don't come with different hairstyles. Thank you very much. Twin Stoneberg, Swag of Africa News. Look, before we go, I have to do birthdays, but I want to do it with you two.
Yes.
So
it was Her Excellency's birthday yesterday.
Yesterday, yes. Happy birthday to her. I saw it. I wished her a happy birthday too. But we have birthdays, so they're going to be behind you. So I mean, if you can just push your chair a little bit.
A little bit to the left.
Yes, slant it. Just yes. So I'll do the first one.
Okay.
Then you do, Sami, you do one. Okay, great. So happy birthday, Bella. Wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and all the little things that make you smile. You've been such a wonderful neighbor, and we are grateful to have you close by. Cheers to another fantastic year ahead from all of us here at Obeng House. Okay, happy birthday, Bella. Can we have the next one? Okay, Sammy.
Oh, happy birthday,
Oh.
Lyle, wishing you a day filled with fun, laughter, and all your favorite things. May your special day be as awesome and amazing as you are. Keep on shining.
That's
that's a
I'm
very
sure you know her. She used to work here. She's Sandra. That's her daughter. She's so
Oh,
cute.
yeah, she's very cute.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, can we have the next one for Ima?
Oh, big man, that. Happy birthday to you, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Addo.
Oh,
wow.
That's the name of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Nekufu-Addo.
Stay blessed and enjoy your day. May all that you desire be granted. From your friends and family, we love you. So, a combination of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and
Nekufu-Addo, right? Can we have the next birthday wish? Sammy, do it.
Happy birthday to a wonderful boss and mentor. Thank you for your guidance, advice, and support. With faith and trust in God, I believe we will all achieve great things together. Wishing you a joyous birthday, wisdom, and success. May God bless you abundantly and guide you towards your bright future. From Bismarck Yeboah Ishimoto.
Hey!
Why, do you know them?
No, that's such an interesting.
Oh, they are twins.
Interesting image.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. Okay.
Elian, you know, happy 4th. Oh, their 4 years birthday to the dynamic duo. Elion and Iliana. Okay, may your special day be filled with laughter, love, and all your favorite things. You two are growing up to be amazing twins.
Yeah.
Your bond is truly special. Wishing you a day as bright and beautiful as you both are. May your years ahead be filled with adventure, learning, and joy from your mom, Lily. And also from us, twins don't beg. Amazing
From
twins.
Twins to twins.
Yeah,
That's
would love to meet them.
Yeah, because it's a very nice concept.
It's a nice
photography
photo,
experience.
right? Yeah.
Would love to meet them.
I like
So
the
from the
girls'
mom,
clothes.
Lily, would love to meet your twins.
Okay, shall we have the next one? Or that's it?